Yeah, it's recording.
Right now?
Yeah.
So what do you do? Just cut all that part off?
Yeah, you just edit it. It's pretty simple.
What's on? Oh, it's exit bed. You're doing all the talking. I'm just gonna hold up as we go.
No, you gotta talk too.
You're the recorder. Hey, that needs to go with the roof stuff over there.
All right, so this is part of our design video. I've been trying to convince my wife to do this video for a while, but she's bashful in front of the camera.
I would rather just stay behind the scenes
and chase kids. So, but we'll talk a little bit about. You guys have seen what's been going on in the field. I think your dog wants outside. So, you all have seen the stuff we've been doing in the field with clearing the land, digging our basement, digging footers, pouring footers, laying block, framing, all that good stuff up to this point. So right now we are dried in, and we have our plumbers are working, roughing in our plumbing. Electrician and HVAC should be starting this week. What is today's date? I always like to put actually real.
5th, November 5th.
Today is November 5th, Saturday night. So our kids are in the bed and we're knocking out this video. But I'll let Kaylee talk about what all's been going on design-wise that really you guys haven't seen much of up to this point. So yeah, so you can talk about what all you've been doing on your end. So it started with
Cabinets.
All right.
Flooring.
The cat. What did we start with? I think floors. We really started getting an idea of floors.
Pinterest was really helpful for me.
You gotta talk so they can hear you.
Pinterest is really helpful. So we are going with white oak floors.
Yep. So we ended up doing real hardwood white oak floors. We're not doing any carpet in the house, right?
Yep.
And we are tile in the bathrooms, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So after we did floors, we kind of figured out what we wanted with floors. Then we moved to cabinets.
Uh-huh.
So what, two months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Probably 2 months ago, we met with our cabinet builder. Our main kitchen, master vanity, and our laundry room, which editing is great. You can just edit. Let me have one of these. I thought that might happen.
It was a disaster trying to get my phone up.
All right, we're back in business.
Are we recording still?
Yeah, I never turned it off.
Oh.
You just cut it out.
Oh.
Edit it. It's great. Oh. So after floors, we figured out what we were going to do for cabinets, and at that point, you were also working on paint, trying to figure out paint colors, samples, all that jazz. Garage door colors. We've actually bought our garage doors 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So they should be coming in anytime. Mm-hmm. And then
they're going to be gray
garage doors. And then, so we found a cabinet guy, and the way we found our cabinet guy is he's actually in Waynesville, which is about 45 minutes from here. But he did our cousin's kitchen probably 3 or 4 years ago, and they just sang his praises. Super nice guy, easy to work with, mm-hmm. and really good work.
His business is across the creek.
Across the creek woodworking,
maybe,
or cabinetry,
maybe.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
but
Mark, he's
Mr.
great.
Mark, he's great. Been great to work with. Super helpful, and we started off cabinet wise looking at knotty alder.
Yeah.
And then the more we researched, and knotty alder is it's a hardwood, but it's on the softer side of the hardwood. And so we didn't like that it would, you could like take your thumbnail and make a scratch in it because it was a little bit soft. So we ended up paying to upgrade to Hickory cabinets, which this is our cabinets right here.
That's it.
And we're super excited about them.
So we went back and forth. When we first started, we said, well, we have white cabinets now, and with our
in our house now we have white cabinets.
And with our kids, they just get filthy. So I had said no white in our house, hardly at all. And so that's why we kind of were thinking stained, and then we went back and forth with possibly doing like a black island, but we just kind of decided because we love the wood grain look in this and the veining. No.
The character, the grains.
Yes. And so we decided to stain it all.
Yeah, and we were kind of on the fence, but today we actually met with some good friends of ours, and she is a interior designer, and we were talking to her about it. We were going to do our wall and base cabinets in our kitchen, just the stained wood, and we were looking at doing the island in painted black with kind of a distressed look.
Which would look awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we think it would have looked really good, but, you know, like I said, we were on the fence, and then talking to her more and get some input from her, we've just decided to do all stain, because, I don't know, I just think it would be sinful to take beautiful wood like this and cover it up with paint. So, we're going to let the wood shine its grain. Yeah. But, all right, so that's kitchen cabinets.
Yep.
And then
Other cabinet deal?
the other cabinets, so you actually found the deal on the other cabinets.
Yes, I'm part of the Facebook building house Facebook group, which has been awesome. And they were posting, somebody was posting in there about cabinet deal at Lowe's. So we needed vanities for the kids and what else? Half bath and downstairs kitchen.
Yeah, so we have a kitchen in our downstairs, and then we have 4.5 baths.
1, 2, 3. 3. Well, not counting. Yes, 4.5 total. Yes.
Yeah. So we needed a lot of vanities, and we still needed kitchen cabinets for our basement. And the deal they had at Lowe's was if you spend $10,000, if your cabinet package is $10,000 or more, you get 35% off, which was awesome. And then because I'm a contractor and I have a pro account at Lowe's, we get an additional 5% off of that. So it ended up being an incredible deal. Our vanities, we did 72-inch vanities in 3 of the baths, and the 72-inch vanities ended up being like $500. So they were actually cheaper than if you would have just bought them straight off the shelf. The pre-made stuff at Lowe's. So our vanities are kitchen grade cabinets, so they're all plywood construction, soft close doors and drawers, dovetail drawers, construction, just really nice. I mean, they're like nice kitchen cabinets, but we're building our vanities with them. So we were super excited about that. That was a lot cheaper than we thought it was going to be. So then we moved paint. You worked on all that early on, and the brick early on.
Yeah.
We actually went, when we were trying to pick out our brick, we went back and forth quite a bit on it, but we ordered our brick before we were cutting trees when we ordered our brick.
Yeah, we knew that we wanted the tumbled look, is what they call it.
A little bit of a distressed look on the brick. We didn't want it like cookie cutter brick that you see on a school or something.
Yeah.
So we found a couple that we liked, and the brick we're using was actually used in the Columbia Fireflies baseball stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. So on the way to the beach,
I was able to go by.
Before we ordered it, we went by that baseball stadium and looked at the stadium and the brick.
And loved it.
And we really liked it. So that was when we decided, that's what we want. And so...
But it was actually up in the air at that point if we were going to be able to get it. Because remember, it depended on number.
They had to have
Certain
an
number.
order of 50,000 brick before they would make a run of that brick, and we only needed like 30,000 brick.
Luckily,
So
somebody else
wanted it too, and they were able to put the order together and get the brick. So we were just lucky to get brick. But anyway, brick that we liked, I guess. So then we moved on to, from cabinets, we got cabinets at Lowe's, and then we started on gutters, fascias, all that stuff, trying to figure out what we want to do there. So that's when we ended up with all the color samples and going through all that.
I wanted it to match closely to the garage doors because we're also painting our garage man doors a similar color to this as well.
The man entry doors into the garage.
Yeah. And so we're going to do gray gutters and gray, what is that other stuff called?
Fascia and soffits.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do with that.
Yep. And then...
What else did we do? The roofing?
Oh yeah, the roofing.
This was his
The roofing was my thing. So this is the shingles that we're using. You can kind of see in a little bit. Right there, the Camelot 2s. I think we did the grayer one. Was this the antique slate?
We didn't want any red.
We did the antique slate, and on the front porch we're gonna have standing seam metal that will be this color black. So it's gonna look really good together as an accent. And then all of our valleys will be exposed open cut metal valley. So this same black will be in our valley. So it'll really pull the grays and the blacks. That's what we're trying to do with our brick. We're really trying to pull the grays and the blacks and the those tones out of the brick so it doesn't just totally scream red.
So we're doing gray mortar in the brick. So I think.
Yep, light gray mortar.
Yep.
And something we learned with the brick is if your mortar is too light, then you have to go to white sand to mix your mortar. So we just did which is a lot more expensive. So we just did the lightest gray mortar you can do with standard masonry sand, which is yellow sand. And then
Paint.
you talk about paint.
So Lewis watched this video or had to take this class. I don't know what kind of class it was, with the interior designer.
Oh, I had to take, because I'm a general contractor in the state of North Carolina, you have to take continuing education classes every year.
So the thing
and last year I ended up in one of my classes was a interior design class.
So the thing that that stuck out to him that he kind of talked to me about was trying to incorporate different textures and different things throughout the house. So that's kind of what we've been trying to do, even on the outside and on the inside, everywhere. Okay, so for the paint on the inside of the wall, so our front door is going to be stained actually tomorrow, Monday, November 7th. Yep. And we're going to stain the inside of that door too, so it'll be a stain on both sides. But we are actually going to do all the walls kind of an off-white, like a creamy white. And I was thinking of doing snowbound, but when we met with Heather, the interior designer this morning, she said to look into alabaster too. So we're gonna, once we get drywall up, we're gonna put some paint on it and see what it looks like to make sure it doesn't pull other colors like pinks or anything. And then I'm actually gonna go real crazy and we're gonna paint all of our trim this color. It's one of my favorites. It's a Benjamin Moore color, Edgecombe gray, but we're just gonna get Sherwin-Williams to match.
Sherwin-Williams will make the paint. Yeah.
So we're gonna paint all of our trim and all of our interior doors this gray, Edgecombe gray. So I'm super excited about that. And then all of the kids are gonna have like one accent wall in their room, and it's gonna be like Hadley's. It's gonna be like a pale blush kind of pink color, and she's gonna have shiplap, and this is gonna be shiplap. And then the boys, Graham is gonna have like a green, probably a little darker than this, more like an olive green. And Corbin really wanted like a blue. The color he really liked is I think called slate tile, I think, but it's like a kind of a blue like this. And they're gonna have it was like sheetrock with bats on it is what you called it.
That's what you're one, yeah.
Yeah. So for their little accent wall. And then I think we're going to paint our bathroom like a fun bluish greenish just to kind of make it kind of cool. So that's kind of what we're thinking for paint color. So,
All right, so we got all this. Well, countertops. Talk about your countertops.
oh, so I've known pretty much all along.
Early on, you knew what you liked.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to do white with like gray veining in it, and so we're gonna go with this is quartz.
Quartz.
Yeah, and this one's Calcutta Classic. Is what we're gonna go with. Is that green? I think that's green. He probably hears us talking.
Go get him.
For the video.
Who cares?
Go back to sleep. Let's try to finish.
So once we had all that picked out, one of the things you said you were struggling with was tile. It was figuring out tile. So
there's just so many options.
which we still don't really know black backsplash tile yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't have any though. Yeah.
But
backsplash, I'm gonna do like a white and gray tile, not like, yeah.
So this tile here
Mm-hmm.
is for
The floor, all the bathroom floor. So it's the master bathroom floor, and both the kids' bathroom floor. So 3 bathrooms.
the laundry and the half bath. We're doing hardwood, no tile.
Yep.
So I like that it's big. It'll be quicker to lay. It's a slip resistant tile, and it has a stain guard on it.
Yep.
So hopefully it will be less susceptible to stain, and it won't be slick.
We're talking about putting a little heat or something. Are we talking about doing something?
Yeah, so in the master, we are going to do a heated floor, radiant heat under the tile. That way it's not cold in the wintertime or even in the summertime. We got little man screaming. Parent duty calls. But one of the things we're really concerned with too is grout, because grout gets really dirty and nasty. Graham, bud, come on over. What's wrong, bud?
Look, Graham.
You want to play with that? So grout, are you doing darker grout or lighter grout with this?
Probably like medium grout.
Medium, not super light, so it
Yeah.
doesn't show
Right.
all the dirtiness.
Yeah, but not super dark either. I think something to kind of hopefully blend in with that.
Okay, so that's our floor tile.
Yeah.
And then this is your mosaic tile. And this is
The master shower floor and
tile shower in the master
and
floor.
the what are those called? Like
The blockouts maybe for like the
cutouts?
soap and stuff
maybe one. Yeah.
for that. So
Yeah.
and this I imagine would have dark grout with it or the same grout.
Probably the same grout.
Okay. But
Yep. And then Heather that we met with this morning had a really good or had an idea for tile for the shower walls. So
to be different than the floor tile.
yes, to
Than
be a
this
little bit
big
smaller.
floor
I think.
tile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then also lighting. We talked a lot about lighting today. That's been a challenge, is figuring out lighting, accent lighting, how not to get your lighting too busy, all that good stuff. So
and hardware color and lighting color. Yeah.
yeah. So still a lot to not as much as we had, but still a lot to decide. But that's kind of where we are at this point with design finishes.
We picked rock for the fireplaces.
Yep, we picked our rock for our fireplaces the other day, so that should be here. It's coming from Spruce Pine, North Carolina, so hour and a half down the road.
Yeah.
I think it's about it for now.
Yeah. So big things coming up. We're meeting with our electrician Monday to decide on exterior lighting.
Yeah,
And
where we're gonna,
outlets.
because they start laying. Our brick masons are starting Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, to lay brick,
I'm so excited.
and so we need to have our exterior outlets and our exterior lighting. The boxes, we have to set all those boxes in the brick, so that we don't have to do that later after the brick's already in. So, but yeah, things are moving along, and glad we could finally sit down and do this little behind the scenes design stuff, all the legwork that's going into it. because it doesn't just magically happen. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a glimpse of what all we've been doing, or mostly Kaylee's been doing, trying to figure all this stuff out so that we're not waiting. We also met with our closet guy today, which is a good thing we did. We didn't even know this, but he's saying closet stuff, the
Like
closet
the-
systems to
yeah.
get the material is, what do you say,
days.
like, no, it was like over like 10, 12 weeks
Oh.
just to get the stuff. So it was a good thing we met with him today, and hopefully we'll be getting all that straightened out here pretty soon. But we're going to get this little guy back in the bed, and we'll catch you all in the next one.